Greetings, adventurers. My name is Kramer, and today we're going to talk just a little bit about life. Now, I recently watched a very popular video about how you play video games is how you do anything in life. And I thought about this a little bit. And then I thought about the idea of gamifying your life, right? And as we are adventurers, we are medieval enthusiasts, we are appreciators of the fantasy realm. So the idea of gamifying your life seems to make a lot of sense to me. If you think about creating a character as creating a person, you are playing a person, it's just a different person than you. It would stand to reason that a lot of the things that you would apply to that character might also apply to you as a person in real life as well. So to break down what it means to gamify your life, the way I have interpreted it is that you take something that either you have to do or you don't want to do, that feels monotonous, a chore that you have, or maybe it's working out or something, and you gamify it. You create a reward system, you create a system like you would have in a video game that rewards the completion of tasks so that you can make doing those tasks in your regular life much easier. And the thing that I want to expound upon here is actually that the rewards that you are giving yourself are very important. You essentially need to figure out what is important to you in order to know how to reward yourself, because only at that point will you know what you need to do in order to motivate yourself in order to do new things. Now, we are all, of course, familiar with Dungeons and Dragons. We are all familiar probably with the concept of questing, whether it's in a video game or at a LARP. You complete the task and then you are given sometimes gold, sometimes loot, experience points, you level up a skill. And all of these things are all different reasons why a character might choose to do something, and therefore these are all different reasons why you in real life might choose to do something as well. What I've discovered is that the thing that is currently motivating me to be productive and do stuff the most, the thing that motivates me to complete tasks the most, is actually the acquisition of things. I'm a loot guy. It's why I enjoy games like Destiny 2. And that's really insightful for me to know, because it now gives me the reason as to why I'm going to wake up and do whatever I do every day. It's because I want to get that new mount, a car. It's because I want to be able to get a new sword. It's because I want to be able to get stuff. And that might not be the reason that you choose to do things, but that is important information to know. Some of us, when we are role-playing our characters, we're there simply for the character interactions. We're there for the relationships that we build with people. We're there for the story that we can tell. And that's just as valid and just as strong of a motivation for a person to have in order to complete the things that they need to do in order to progress, is to do it for the people that are around them. Or you might be more skill-oriented, and to some degree that I like that as well, is getting the new skill, getting to that next level so you can unlock that new trait, that new class feature, that new feat. That is also a very strong motivation, and I would say that applying that version of gamifying something to working out or learning a new skill like rock climbing, or learning a new productive, I don't mean productive in the sense that it's just like generally seen as like a morally good thing to do, but I mean productive in the sense that you are physically producing something. It is why you might take up a craft like leather working or something like that, is because you want to level up an actual real life skill for yourself. Now, it could also be helpful to recognize that maybe the thing that is motivating you, you don't actually like that it's motivating you. I would posit the argument that it's not, in most cases, the most helpful thing to try to pass judgment on the thing that motivates you as being good or bad. But this is just valuable insight. So in my case, I have now recognized in myself there are occasions where just enough time has passed and I'm like, I need to buy a new thing. I need to buy a new thing for myself. And sometimes when that happens, I go, I can't afford that new thing. Immediately after I have that thought of like, I can't have the new thing that I want right now, or I need a new thing, but I just can't have it right now. That immediately motivates me. It's like, well, I want that thing. How am I gonna get that thing? I really need to get that new sword. I really need to get a Oak Shop Type 14 arming sword. That's what I really want next, right? I've been saying that for a very long time. And so having that goal of like achieving that thing and now having this physical object, this representation of my success in my hands is the thing that motivates me to then do something else. This creates a dopamine loop. Same thing with learning a new skill. Or developing physical prowess. If you need to beat your next record running track, if you need to run a mile even faster than before. These are all These are all motivational things. These are all things that drive us to do more the next day. But the important thing, as you are first identifying what it is that actually motivates you, and then starting to implement systems and create rewards for yourself so that you are consistently driven to improve, you need to be able to have more and more of them every time, because otherwise, what I found is that both in video games and in real life, which is why that one video, how you play video games is how you do everything. That was profound to me in the sense that when I play video games, I have this goal is like, if I'm playing Cyberpunk 2077, it's like, I really need to get this car. It's got the best stats. I need to get enough money in order to get this car. I need to find the quest that results in me receiving this car for free. I need to get this car. And then the second that I do, I'm like, I'm bored. I need to find a new thing to get, which again, you could argue is maybe not entirely healthy. But the point remains that it is an element currently of my character, not in the sense that I'm playing myself, but character in the sense of like, this is an element of my personality, is that I will set my sights on something that I want to have, that I want to achieve. I will attain that thing, and then I will go, well, that was neat. And then I need something new. People are like this. It's the only way that we grow. We always need to be striving for something. Now, conversely, to bring it back to role-playing, understanding all of this about yourself is fantastic for your regular life, but understanding how motivation works is also key to having fun with a character that you are playing, that you're pretending to be for the purposes of a game. And you could choose maybe something that doesn't motivate you. Maybe you don't care about loot at all, but it could be really fascinating to explore an element of your personality that doesn't really affect your day-to-day life by creating a character that is very hungry for accruing all of the loot. Essentially, you could play me as a character. I'm not recommending you do that. And it's important, obviously, to be realistic. There are always things that you will want that you can never have. So you got to set the little micro goals. And there's different levels of goals, right? I like reading descriptions of items. I like reading descriptions of skills, and like sort of, I'm a min-maxer. I don't play all of my characters that way. I'm also highly focused on aesthetics though. So while I like reading about like what stats are best and the cool descriptions of everything, I am much more likely to like use a really cool item that I like the look of over a different item that is marginally more effective than it. But you also have just mild quality of life improvements, stuff that isn't, you kind of just want to have it because it'll make doing the rest of your stuff much easier and more convenient, but it's not really the main driving motivation. But that's also important data to know. Like if you were a wizard and you just wanted to have a ward spell, so you didn't have to worry about casting shield or wearing armor or anything like that, it would just like automatically detect whatever attacks are incoming and block them for you. That way you don't have to worry about it. Something like mage armor or something like that, an aura. Speaking of Aura, I'm so clever. Aura is the sponsor of today's video. Aura, after its namesake, operates exactly like an Aura. It operates exactly how you would expect. It is an online personal protection program. You can get it as an app on your phone, you can get it on your computer, and it is going to protect your identity. It helps you monitor your credit. It's got a VPN built in. It is a suite of tools that is designed to protect you. We're talking about gamifying your life. You spend a lot of time building your characters, whether it's D&D or creating a game save. You spend a lot of time on your character. Would you ever let some random person just like screw around with your character for no reason? No. You probably wouldn't even let your best friend or your sibling play on a save game that you worked really hard for in your favorite video game. Or you would never just like give away the password to your favorite multiplayer game. So why not treat your own character, the one you will play every day for the rest of your life, why not treat that character, protect it just as much? The internet is a dangerous place. In 2022, Americans alone, not the rest of the world, just Americans lost $10.3 billion to online criminals. Even if you lost just a couple hundred gold in a game you were playing, you would try to get it back, right? You would try to hunt down the person. And if you could just prevent that from happening in the first place, if you had this magic aura around you that would just automatically detect if someone was trying to steal your gold, you would want that spell. You would want that spell to be cast upon you. And luckily for you, you can get that spell cast on you. Yes, you can use that link down in the description to get a 14-day, 2-week free trial of the entire Aura suite of tools. My fellow adventurers, treat the character that you are going to play every day for the rest of your life with the same care and protection that you treat the characters that we work so hard on for the games that we love. Try out Aura today with the link down in the description. And thank you to Aura for sponsoring this video. Now, all of this is more in the idea of character motivation and why it is that you do what you do, whether it's to get loot or get money or just immerse yourself or create beautiful relationships. These are all more metaphysical things, aside from the loot, which is literally a physical thing. But these are the motivation of why your character does what he or she does is different than what your character actually has the capability to do. And I would say that if you really wanted to gamify your life, if you think it's a really good strategy for you, if you think it's going to make you more productive, that probably the first step that you really need to do is the first step that all of us do when we are playing a game, and that is to really fill out a character sheet. Now, your character is already created. To some degree, you can, of course, change things about yourself and edit your character, the character that you are playing currently, right now as you watch this video, you, yes, you. Filling out a character sheet might actually be really helpful to know what your strengths and what your weaknesses are. It may be a sobering exercise, but it may give you the next thing. If you are one of the people that is motivated by increasing your skill levels, this is definitely going to be very helpful for you in the sense that you will now know what your strength level is, right? You will know what your intelligence level is, and that will help you come to decisions easier. It will help you know exactly what your strengths are. If you're motivated by increasing skills, you can then decide, well, I mean, my strength is pretty good. I want it to be even better. Now you have a goal that you've identified simply by filling out the character sheet. Or you may find that a lot of your skills, a lot of your abilities are exactly where you would like them to be, but one or two are lagging behind. And then you know exactly, okay, great, I need to focus on these things specifically. I need to focus on my intelligence, I'm gonna read more books. I need to focus on my strength, I'm gonna watch more YouTube videos, or I'm gonna get a personal trainer, and I'm gonna work out consistently. And now you have a goal that you set. You didn't really have to think about it. You didn't have to figure out, well, what would I like to do today? You just filled out a character sheet, and then simply from putting numbers in boxes, you went, I want to do that. Much more simple that way. And it also, by virtue of knowing your strengths and weaknesses, helps give you a guide, not necessarily for gamifying your life, but just so that you know what tasks you may be best suited for. You'll be able to take on new crafts or elements of your job or projects with more confidence, knowing what it is that you are very, very good at and what areas may not be your area of expertise. My fellow adventurers, just like the adventurers we play in our favorite games, be it over the tabletop or on the computer, on the PS5 or the Xbox, or in a live-action role-playing game, we all understand intrinsically by virtue of the thing that we love to do, which is roleplay, that characters have stats, characters have motivations, and we play those games for certain reasons. We play those games to get something out of it. The important thing is to figure out why you are playing, pardon the hyperbole, but why you are playing the game of life and what you want out of that. And that is going to make it much easier for you to identify what it is that you're striving for. It's going to help you be more productive. This is not a productivity channel. I just wanted to talk about this. And it's going to overall help you be more satisfied with what it is you're able to do with your character, the character you have to play for the rest of your life. So kind of an interesting topic. Once again, thank you to Aura for sponsoring this video. You can check them out with the link in the description. Online personal protection suite of tools right at your disposal. I will see you very soon. And in the meantime, I would like to wish you good luck on your adventures.